Hi, Kevin Blanche. The radiation thing, this is a Monday night. Look, they're reporting now out of Japan that the fuel rods are leaking into the atmosphere. You check the time and the date on my video that I put up Saturday. And I know I seem a little over the top and I go a little passionate, but I do not get involved in anything. I do not put up a YouTube video on anything unless I'm extremely knowledgeable and I'm extremely passionate. And this is the most knowledgeable subject matter to me. And there's a reason why it's so passionate to me, and it means everything to me. Right there. The death of my father had me so emotionally outraged, had me so emotionally wrecked. I have immersed myself in this subject matter for well over a decade. I have ate, slept, drank it. You check the time I put up that video. I recorded that video 2 times, long before any media report. You go to the BBC, you go to the freaking any website, anyone. Long. You look at the time of my YouTube video that I put that up. I knew it. When I seen that little bit of plume and these guys were downplaying it, don't use the word meltdown, but no, this is all contained. I knew it was bullshit. I've seen it before. I dealt with it for 3 decades in my life. I watched my father die of leukemia. I watched the United States government dilute. I watched scientists lie to me. I watched doctors lie to me. Look, it's like this. Oh, you guys, we skipped science class. We don't understand radiation. There's no wind whatsoever out here tonight. It's as calm as calm. Dust in the wind. And everybody says, well, I thought radiation was rays. Radiation is rays. But what it does, it attaches to any little teeny minute particle. Particles you can't even see. Just so minute little particles, and they float in the wind. And they don't just float over there for a 12 micro K. They float for miles and miles. And this is not just hearsay. And as I like to say, this is not a commentary. This is a documentary. I have ate, slept, drink this subject matter. I have immersed myself in this for decades. Look, the downwinders. Hello, downwinders. Has everybody fucking forgotten? I mean, history? What? I mean, recent history? Look, the open-air Nevada test site bombs from 1951 to 1968 killed all the kids that were outside who watched the bombs from hundreds of miles away, died of leukemia. Decades later, 2,000 times the world's mean in some cities. The children that went out, they all died. They died. They didn't die next week. They weren't 12 miles away. They weren't 50 miles away. They were hundreds of miles away. Look. Those reactors are leaking. They've been leaking for days. You check the time on that. And I know some of my videos seem over the top. And I get a little extreme and passionate. I know. That's just who I am. You know, like I said, I do not put up a YouTube video unless I'm extremely knowledgeable about my subject matter and I'm extremely passionate. Those are the 2 components. You look what I talk about. I talk about finance. I talk about illegal immigration. I talk about atomic veterans. I've had atomic veterans videos up for a long time because of this, the death of my father. Look, these guys are diluting this thing. This is an ugly, ugly situation. I heard Anderson Cooper last night on CNN say, should I leave? And I'm telling myself, screaming. I'm screaming, don't the dogs come here. Yes, get out. They are lying. This thing has been leaking for days. And if you believe one word that's coming out of these fucks, you're crazy. And you know what? The propaganda machines are working. This is a scary, scary situation. And like I said, you check the time of my video. I put up that video long before any single media outlet on earth had anything up. You check the time. You check the time Saturday morning. I know I'm a little over the top with that video, and I get because I'm so outraged. I know what this did. I was lied to for 30 freaking years. Lied to. I watched my father freaking die when he was like freaking a young man. I watched him die because of this. A perfectly healthy man dying because of this. Look, we have the history. We have the science. They're called downwinders. My father was nuked to the Nevada. They all die. They die of leukemia. They don't die next month. They don't die next week. They die decades later. And all you guys, like I said, I heard Anderson Cooper on CNN and saying, well, you know what the guy says at MIT? Well, I better err on the eyes of caution so, you don't sue me. Let me read something that was said tonight. I was watching the news. I was watching CNN. Positive statements that get contradicted. They're talking about Tokyo Power. That's how these guys dilute with language. They remind me of Greenspan when they dilute. That's called a fucking lie. Dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. Kevin Blanche, stay with me. I'm going to stay all over this. I'm going to post all kinds of stuff. I have articles and literature from decades back. Stay with me.